Okay, welcome to this week's Ask GMBN, the show where we every week try our very best to answer your questions you're throwing at us. Blake, how can they send them questions to us?
Well, you can hashtag Ask GMBN in the comments down below or send it to ask@gmbn.com.
Yeah, so you've got no excuses, but let's get straight into this week's questions. The first one, Blake, is from Big Baller, and he says, I can't seem to get a good standing position on the bike when I'm in the trails. Feels like I'm all over the place on the bike, and I'm not sure where to put my weight. So is it a matter of just doing it over and over again, or is there something that he's missing?
Well, if we're going to go down to basics, go right down to the beginning. Basically stand up on your bike, stretch arms, standing legs, and then just relax down into your bike. That kind of gives you into the right position, and it basically feeting position on your bike. Find out which foot forward you are.
Yeah,
you feel
that's
comfortable.
really important. That's a really important tip, actually, is getting that front foot forward nailed. At the start, you might be, I'm in an R and should have my right foot, left foot. But once you've got that, you tend to settle into a position that's natural for you. There's no right or wrong way. Everyone's got different riding styles.
Yeah, I think
this guy rides like a total lunatic.
and I'm goofy-footed, but that's another question.
Yeah, we're not
going to get into that.
Try and find that front foot. That's going to make you feel comfortable, and then just let it happen.
Yeah,
you're going to find it. It is about riding a lot.
Yeah, riding a lot, and just relax on the bike. Get your flow on.
Okay, next question. Andrew Davis is asking, can I drill holes in my aluminium frame to internally route cables?
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, we're saying a big no on
big
that.
no on that one.
Don't do it, because one, you're going to weaken the frame.
You are.
And it's not going to be structurally sound. And the other one, I guess, warranty, right?
Yeah, and you're going to have, if you do it,
you're
going to have rattling cables in there. And plus, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, let's say no on drilling holes in aluminium frames. Those drilling holes in frames always makes me go like this. Next one for you here, Blake. How often should I replace the spring on my coil?
Oh, well, never, really.
No.
Unless you've snapped it, then yes.
Yeah, it's not really going to degrade. No. It's not really like a car shock, old-fashioned car shock that's going to have degraded over the years. You're really unlikely to have a shock that's degraded and is not working anymore. So you don't replace it sort of routinely. A titanium shock, for instance, you would never have to replace it.
No ways.
So unless it's broke, if it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
That's the one. Arlington Guy is asking, he's 6'3". He's on a Stumpy XL with 29 wheels. He's asking, I know you guys are anti-29ers. Whoa.
I am not anti-29er.
We are not.
I kind of was. I didn't.
Yeah, we won't have that said.
No.
We are not anti-29ers.
I like 29ers.
But it seems logical for tall guys to ride larger wheels. It does. Do you think wheel size should be determined by height and weight?
No, not necessarily.
No, I mean, you are 4 foot...
Yeah, I'm 4 foot nothing.
4'6", something like that.
5'3".
Yeah,
and... I don't know.
And you love your 29.
I do.
Proof.
I rode the new proof and I loved it, yeah. I think it's only the way of my riding style. I would prefer 27.5. Yeah. But there's no right or wrong.
In XC, you see a lot of the top XC racing whippet girls, tiny little girls, some of them, on big 29ers, and they're making them work. But that said, it is a good point, because I was chatting to Greg Minard at Fort William this year. He was on the brand new 29-inch wheel Santa Cruz V10, and he said, his own words, I finally got a bike that fits me. So maybe there's something in it. You know, if you are a big guy and a 29er might work for you, give it a try.
Dottie loves it. He's 6'4".
Yeah, absolutely. Right, here's a really great one for you, Blake. Charlie Murray is saying he's 10 years old, he's riding a Saracen Mantra. Nice. Do you have any easy jump tricks he could learn?
I've got loads of easy tricks to learn.
You've got a trick bag, it is deep. It's like Mary Poppins' bag.
It is.
Keep putting his arm in.
Digging them out. So you can start off with one-hander, tabletop, one-footer, no footer.
Yeah, you're just trying to learn that now, aren't you? No footer?
No footer, yeah.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
There's a lot.
And while we're on it, you made an absolutely amazing video about 8 tricks you must learn as a beginner dirt jump rider, so check this out.
I think the first one to start off is the turn bar. So this trick's called the ET. It's basically pedaling in the air. That's the one hand, the one footer. It's the tabletop. Right, this next trick is so old. Your nan probably knows all about it. It's called the X. Okay, so this next trick is the no footer. It's the one hand, one foot. Basically a big ass starfish. This one is the toboggan.
Questions come in thick and fast. Blake, the one who dies. Is there anything wrong with buying a 26-inch wheel bike? I know they're supposed to be obsolete, but the internet seems to think they're still as good as 27.5.
What?
Well,
26 is not dead. I still run 26-inch wheels.
Yeah, I mean, 26-inch wheels have been around for 30 years. Yeah. They work amazingly well. They're definitely not obsolete. No. Obviously, the industry, in terms of new bikes, aren't, they're phasing them out. But that doesn't mean you can't grab an amazing bargain.
No, you cannot get a good bargain. They are
obviously
super cheap.
Because they're being phased out.
Yeah.
Great prices on 26-inch wheel bikes. So not a bad idea. They look kind of crazy now because we've all got used to 27.5.
They kind of look small.
Yeah, they look
I go and look at my dirt jump bike and I'm like, whoa, that's really small.
Yeah, they do look tiny, but they still work. You're talking about very small differences. Yeah. You were saying, weren't you, like 29ers come out to start a year for downhill?
For downhill, exactly.
The whole world went crazy.
Oh no, is 27 going to be obsolete?
Turns out it's a round wheel, it goes round.
Exactly.
Same as the other ones.
But it's also 26-inch wheels, probably good for a beginner, a young guy, a short guy, any person really, that does a bit like myself. Yeah. Yeah. You can do it'll be brilliant at anything. Yeah, really,
26, not dead, definitely worth a look, especially if you're on the hunt for a bargain. Maxman says, I've recently bought a Cube Fully 160 travel.
Nice.
The rear shock keeps bottoming out. Oh no.
Not good.
Even though he set the rear shock to a recommended air pressure, he's even added a little bit. Would you recommend adding some tokens?
I would say yes, for sure. Stick loads of those in. Depending on how heavy you are, put the correct amount. You don't want to go over whatever the recommended amount is in your rear shock that you have. So.
Yeah, I'm not a suspension expert, so I asked Doddy about this earlier on, and he was exactly the same, like, yeah, go for it. It's super easy to do. He actually did it. Check this out. He did it this weekend on his shock. So it took him about 10 minutes.
Does it on his driveway.
Yeah, so yeah, buy yourself a pack of tokens.
Yep.
Yeah. Andrew Brown, do you have any tips for approaching routes or rock garden successfully? I don't. As an amateur still learning, he gets nervous on the approach to a new section like that on the trail, and it turns it from a small obstacle into a mountain.
Yeah.
Well, Blake, how can you help
to
there?
me? Well, if you said it's a new section, so the best thing is put your bike on the side of the trail and give it a walk through. Pick your line, because that's the best thing, is finding the correct line down through a rock garden or rooty section, because if you pick the wrong line, it's definitely going to end not very well, badly, and you're probably you'll dislike rocks forever. Yeah,
and you don't want to put this stuff down to luck. That isn't how you get good at it. You get good by understanding the trail in front of you. That means you need to look at it before you hit it. Don't just put it down to, just go fast.
Just go fast.
Speed is not always the answer.
No.
Sometimes it is. Yeah. But you need to have made that decision.
Yes. And practice. Keep doing it.
Yeah, a little bit looking at the course. Marek Nadamachik says, how can I become a professional enduro rider? He's 18 years old. He's been riding his mountain bike for 3 years. Trail, single tracks, medium jumps. Thanks for our answer. Well, I wish I had a really easy answer to that.
Well, being a professional, it's taken years. Yeah. It's taken you a long time to get to where we are in our position. It's taken months and dedication, love, and everything. Injuries.
It needs all the big words: intensity, concentration, focus. Heavy hitting words that mean something. They mean something because it's true. You've just got to put a lot of time in,
determination,
and just passion. So much passion in riding. Then it does it by itself.
It does.
That's what we're prescribing as ex-pros. Well, I guess we're still pros.
Yeah.
Just different kind of pros.
Different kind,
different kind of pros. I'm definitely a different kind of pro. But why don't we actually ask the pros? Check this video out.
World downhill champion.
4 times World Cup champion, EWS champion.
2 times world downhill champion.
1 time Southwest BMX champion.
I started riding when I was 14, which is quite late, but I became directly a pro rider when I was 15. I had a chance to have a Cap Dye World Cup back in the years in the mountain above Monte Carlo, where I just been opening the race and doing a great time there, and had the opportunity to meet few sponsors and have one of the team back in the years called Sun. That was one of the biggest team. That's how I got involved into the sport and signed my first pro contract.
Blake, it's the quickfire round. Prepare yourself.
Yep. Fire away.
Right, first question is from Paul Hart. He says, keep Neil involved as much as possible. Charting his healing progress is just as relevant as anything else. It is, and we will.
Yeah, we will. Next question. Just when Neil made a how to crash video and he crashed. Poor guy.
Yeah, that's
didn't
true.
Take his,
that's true. Get well soon, Neil.
Get well soon, Neil.
John Galvin says, can you put suspension forks on a road bike? If you want to.
If you want to do that.
If you really want to do that.
Cyclocross bikes have suspension.
Yeah, some.
Some do.
Yeah,
some do. What difference does it make if you have tyres the wrong way round? Slow, probably less grip depending on what tyre you're in.
A lot less grip.
And a lot slower.
Yeah, and people will notice and call you dummy.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing.
Jordan McCall says, should I turn my 2-by into a 1-by? If you want.
If you want.
Why not?
Yeah.
You can do. Jack,
go for it.
So yes.
Yes.
So yes. Go on.
Oh yeah. What would you guys consider, light or heavy bike?
Oh.
I'm going in the middle.
Everything's a middle.
Yeah.
I'm saying I started mountain biking when they were all blooming heavy. So to me, they're all light
Back
now.
in, when
That's
was
how
it?
I'm
19
going with it.
Something?
19. It was in the 19s. Could you guys teach the GCN guys how to do a proper quickfire round? We've tried.
We can.
We've tried. We're doing it now.
Yep.
But
they don't know how to do it. Next question. Can you guys make a video on rims to support super heavy riders? And that one comes from Ringonzi.
Ringonzi. I don't know if we can. Because I guess we'll have to find a big guy.
Yeah.
We're going to look for a big guy. If we can find one,
Dotty's quite tall.
We're going to put him on a bike. Yeah, but maybe we'll get him to eat a lot.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Yeah. That's it. Solution.
Done.
Reese Wright says, is 150 front and 140 rear enough travel for enduro riding?
Yes.
It is. Jack's giving it the thumbs up.
He's giving it a full thumbs up.
It's good to go, dude.
Yes.
It's good to go.
Perfect. Right, last question from, can you say that?
Wilhelm Kamiara.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are you doing Fails and Bales Neil special?
Probably not. It's all a bit raw.
It is a little bit raw.
Yeah,
still
too
there.
soon.
If you look at his Instagram, that is still raw of his ankle.
Let's get him back all in one piece, nice and safe, and then we'll do it then.
Deal.
We made it through the quickfire round, mate. Nice one, dude. Really great when we're doing ASK, because we always get to look at someone's riding and correct me if I'm wrong, which we're going to do now, and we can try and make their riding a little bit better, a little bit smoother,
get a little bit more pointers,
step on, progress if we can. And this week we're going to try it with Marwan Bolabi, and he's riding a Rooty section, and he wants some tips on how we can improve this. So let's have a look.
Here's the video.
See him coming in.
See him coming. I can see the roots.
Marwan's going to sort of roll in. Shot. There he is. And now, what do you think? Let's watch it one more time.
Yeah, let's watch it again.
One more time.
See, he knows what he's doing, so he's clearing them bits there.
Okay, I've got some points to make. I would say the pace was good. The pace was right.
Good. Yep.
It's not as thing. See him coming in.
Yep.
But I think he goes, for me, a bit early.
He goes a bit early. You would have used that.
I'd have used the route. I'm thinking, would you have gone pre-hopped it?
I would have pre-hopped in.
Yeah. Now, see, I think what you can take from this, Martin, is that there's not always one way to do things. I think me and Blake, just looking at that little clip, both have got different ideas. They will both work, but I think you're definitely in the middle of the 2 points where you could go. You either need to go a bit earlier, almost where you're lifting your front up, where your back is.
What they call American bunny hop.
And pre-hopped it, or I probably would have used the roots itself because I quite like kicking my front wheel off things. So I probably would have waited a moment and just sort of manualed it through and let the back wheel do a bit of work because I like that duck, duck, duck down the roots.
Yeah. That was good, but I think the technique, the bunny hop, you don't want to lift the bike up.
Yeah,
so you want
a 2-wheel hop at the moment.
Like use that little route there to knock you over, or pre-hop kind of American bunny hop into it, clear the whole thing.
But you've got it right in terms of speed, so just try it going a little bit later, having a look at it a little bit earlier, although that's quite an extreme skill at this point. Might not be for you yet. But yeah, play with it a little bit.
Yeah, play with both techniques actually.
And see if it helps you improve. Please let us know if it does. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this week's show. It's certainly been a lot of fun going through your questions. Keep them coming to ask@gmbn.com on email. You can do #AskGMBN, or of course you can just leave them in the comment section down below this video, and we'll get onto them next week. So please ask away. If you want to see some more videos from us, then why don't you click just here to see Blake Bing Bong Sampson just here doing Mega Avalanche.
Yeah, and if you want to see our new teammate shredding the trail, click here and Can Dotty Ride.
Yeah, and of course, click on the globe to subscribe to GMBN, and please, because we like getting them, give us a thumbs up like.